Welcome back to Booty, High Seas, Low Expectations. This is session 5, part 1. My name is Alex Smith and I will be your dungeon master and not the gimp. I'm joined by Ross Hornby.
Hornby, that's me, yeah.
Why the gimp?
Why the gimp thing?
Because like dungeon, a sex dungeon. And you have the master and the gimp, right?
It's always a gimp.
Yeah.
And Craig?
And me. Hello.
They play some really exciting characters that have been on some already quite outrageous adventures. This week we will be finally coming to Goldtooth Town, which is a big, big town. But before that, Chris Trott, can you do a little bit of a catch-up for us?
I can certainly give it a good go. So episode 4, which you all listened to already, but I'll say it again for your brains. We sailed towards those orange tentacles that we saw on the way back from Goldtooth Isle. And we went into full combat mode with the crew because it looked like that the tentacles were attacking another ship of some kind. I load up the little nipper with a hot shot with thanks from an 11-year-old boy.
Yep.
Just thought I'd make that clear. Kevin the boy. Titus sees the huge octopus. It's got a massive beak and the ship is being attacked and it's been harpooned. So this octopus is pretty pissed off. You downed a potion of comprehend languages and haste, and then you dove back in to speak with it.
Really, really doping at this point.
Yeah, he doped up hard, and then he spoke to the octopus and found out that it's just really annoyed about the ship attacking and harpooning it. And Titus suggests helping the octopus and maybe on side with the octopus, but the octopus is just like, nah, you're nothing to me. You're just a little, what did you call him?
Plankton, little
Plankton,
fish.
little plankton.
Yeah.
Titus resorts to acid, of course, and the octopus tries to suction him, but resists.
What was the line?
I said, do you know what acid tastes like?
You did threaten him with it.
I threatened him with it, but I didn't use it because it would be futile.
It's almost as bad, the threaten.
I know what acid tastes like right now, I can tell you that. I feel like I've had a blast, yeah.
Either way, Titus offers to lift it to the surface so he could get a better view, his words. And it works, and it breaches the surface. And then I speak to the captain, who's fighting happily on the other side with his crew. They're well into it, casting spells, and they ask for a little bit of help. So we are inclined to give them some help. We start unloading our starboard cannons and blast it with everything we've got. I hit it with an enchanted cannon, and now it has its attention on us. A big old tentacle swipes, knocking Kapipi overboard.
I went overboard again. I really need to learn how to swim.
One gets trapped in our rigging and gets blasted by another cannon, and you acid arrow it. Good job.
Yep.
And you perform an inspiring song.
I did.
Kapipi, which really gets us in the mood. And I get a little semi. I didn't add that detail in, but I did now.
We could see it.
Cool. We can retcon that in. We all
Octopus,
know
also known as Garble of the Deep, right?
Garble of the Deep, yeah, that's right.
He starts getting desperate and lashing out. And I must get the tentacle whilst Titus unleashes a big old fireball at its eye, destroying and melting that eye. And the octopus really didn't like that.
Did not like that.
It was really perturbed by that. Both ships unleash all the cannons onto it. The octopus bloats and explodes into hundreds of pieces of flesh, which splatter everybody. Then Sword and Kapipi row over to meet the elf captain, Raffaello il Dotato.
Nice, yeah, you remembered it.
And their little crew is called Monsterum Destructum Order, and they kill big monsters, and they love doing it. And they are from the city by the sea, it turns out, where they come from. They research and use all these kind of monster parts to upgrade their stuff as well. And we get 6,000 big ones
Yeah, he got paid
in
a
2
lot.
stacks as payment, because we haggled a little bit. Because they were like, well, you get the kill, and we're like, we don't want calamari for dinner again. And
It was good, though.
we got
So
money
they
instead.
harvested all the parts, like you say, they hunt big monsters for glory and for the revenue that's generated by selling rare monster parts. So
That's
yeah,
right.
essentially there was some really valuable stuff. You guys had no idea how to extract it, so they were like, hey, we'll just pay you off. And it's a
smelly,
good
it's
fee.
fishy smell.
It was a bit smelly, yeah. It was raining chunks.
We knew it was exactly 6,000 because Titus' unseen servant counted every
got him
single
out.
coin.
Yeah.
Coin by coin.
Yeah.
You counted it. You couldn't see him.
And
You
we-
could see the coins.
Yeah.
We actually cooked some calamari that ended up on our ship anyway, and we called it Garble's Delight.
And it gave you a bit of
Named
extra
it
health, didn't it?
After Garble.
We feed Terrence some calamari as an experiment. He's even more buoyant and farts a sudden gout of flame. And we intend to experiment with more food. After that, Carl, the Beastmaster of the Firebird, which was the ship that we were with, climbs aboard our ship because he was ejected quite forcefully from his ship by a tentacle. He tells us about the Horn and the center of the sea. It's full of monsters and sunken ships, and defeating one of those monsters will earn us a hell of a boon, or anyone that does it. The Firebird is likely to restock at Goldtooth Isle, so there's the chance that we can meet up with these guys again, but otherwise, we task the crew to take us onward to Goldtooth Isle.
Very good.
That's a big recap, wasn't it?
No, that was
That's
good.
really good though.
That was well paced. So, good recap, Jot, and we start now. So, the nights are short this time of year. Following your soon-to-be famous victory over the great Kraken beast, the ethereal crew of the Clumsy Goose work quietly and efficiently through the night. Whilst one of you dozed with the captain's hat upon your forehead, you all have a deep and restful sleep. You are awoken from your suspiciously comfy hammocks by Dinky Doinkers. Good morning, gentlemen. Dressed in his usual first mate attire of his long coat and white hose, you see he is now also wearing some magical green gloves that look a bit like yours. And he's holding a very real silver tray of tea, pastries, and what look like some sort of candy that flows and crystallizes seemingly at random. I have a picture of that candy. I'm happy to report we've sighted Goldtooth Town and should be arriving in the next 30 minutes. Would you care for refreshments? Would you like anything from the...
What is this? Dinkers.
Oh, well, of course, we've got tea, and it's like a silver service tray, so he's holding a silver tray in front of him.
Where did you hide all this stuff?
Oh, well, we have it in the captain's quarters. He has a small, let's call it pantry of things. We have some high-quality tea here, some delicious pastries, warmed over the same brazier that we use to heat the cannonballs, actually.
Amazing.
And these are a little speciality we picked up from one of the ports we visited recently. They're perfectly safe, but... well, they wake you up a lot.
What do you mean by that? Like,
imagine coffee, but about 10 times as strong.
oh,
We use it to rouse people when they've had long shifts, or perhaps, I mean, it's entirely up to you. They're delicious. And what you see is this multicolored pile. They're in a little silver dish, and they're a combination of sort of crystallized and sort of smoky, multicolored candies. Some of them look like jelly beans, some of them look like sort of dry ice smoke that's purple and orange and yellow. They look delightful. They smell like tropical fruit. They smell, you're getting a sense of mangoes, of passion fruits, of bizarrely sort of grapefruits and bananas as well are in there. And they smell very alluring. So essentially you guys have all sat up out of your hammocks, which were...
So I'm like, what's going on out there? Because I slept inside my shell.
You slept inside your shell.
During the night, someone must have put, or maybe the ship rocked. I'm in the corner, like my head
slid
hole
about.
is like up against the wall, so I can't actually get out. Because someone moved me back. I can't get out of my shell.
Oh, would you mind helping your associate?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and...
oh, that's what the boys are for, right?
The
Oh,
boys?
yeah. Can we get the little boys out?
Yeah, can we get the little tiny boys out?
I'll get one of the boys. Kevin! And
he is.
comes.
Before he arrives, I'm gonna slap down the big surfer.
You're gonna slap the hole down.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
right.
hole
He
down.
comes down.
Just in his path.
And he gets to the bottom of the ladder and jumps off the ladder and falls straight into the hole.
Ah, there he is.
Fucking idiot,
He
Kevin.
tripped. He tripped. What's going on?
Dinky's like, he's not unfamiliar with like seniority treating like crewmates a bit rough. So he sort of just looks the other way. Like, very good. Like, but he's still propped up against the wall. You've got to remember as well, by the way, that the ethereal crew can't really touch, you can't interact with them. The only reason that Dinky Doinkers is able to hold this tray is because he's essentially wearing the same sort of gloves as you, which allows them to interact with the opposite of them. So for you, it means you can operate the ethereal elements of the ship. For him, it means he can touch the physical elements
I've
of the
got a
ship.
quick question for you, Dinky.
Yes.
Whilst Kevin scrambles out of that hole there.
Yeah. Oh, he's really struggling. It's 10 feet deep.
Your gloves allow you to touch physical objects.
Yes.
How do your hands initially physically touch the gloves?
Well, it's quite tricky. I have to make sure that the gloves are laid in a way that the openings are presented to me.
Slide
and
in.
I sort of have to get up in there. Yeah, when I take them off, I have this special sort of box I put my hands into, and it's got a spring system that when I press down, it grips the glove, then I can retract my hands. If that ever goes wrong,
You can't touch anything.
I'm in huge trouble. I'll need one of your help.
Good to know.
I don't even ask how I walk around on things. Go on.
going on up there? Help me.
Oh yeah. Kevin, come on, mate. Stop messing
Oh,
about.
come on, get out of that hole.
Get out of the hole.
Go on, hop out, mate.
Kevin still can't get out of the hole. It's 10 feet deep.
He's really small,
He's
isn't
really
he?
struggling. I'm just gonna pick up the hole.
Oh, pick up the hole and put it on the ceiling.
Put it on the.
Oh.
Put it on the ceiling.
Chuck it up under the ceiling.
There he is.
And he falls out in front of you. Splank! He hits for some reason he falls out of the hole, drops like, I mean, this is a deep cargo hold as well. You know, this is about 15 feet high, the roof you're in. So he drops out, slaps onto the deck, sprawling. Very good, sir.
Get on up and help him out. I grab him by the scruff and throw him.
Do you have your gloves on?
No.
You pass straight through it.
God, you're so annoying. I try and kick him about.
Yeah, you try.
passing
I mean,
through.
every time you do it, it's like you're kicking a being made of dry ice. You know, your hands are passing through him.
Give me those gloves.
Dinky,
Or get to it. Get him out of his little shell.
Walks over, Dinky sort of like hauls you back and then like lays you down on the floor, and you're now flat on the bottom of your shell.
There you go, Kapipi. You're welcome.
Out he comes.
Pop.
What's going on? What? I heard there's breakfast.
Yeah, look at this.
Yes.
Very colourful tray of sweets.
And he held the tray in one hand. He's now got two. Do you care for some refreshment, Mr. Kapipi?
Oh, I'd love one, thank you, Dinkers. Which one would you recommend? What's chef's choice?
The tea's very refreshing. The pastries are filling and delicious.
Nah,
and
these
sweet.
colourful things.
Oh, they largely all have the same effect. It's a stimulant of sorts.
Different flavours, though, like banana and
Oh yes,
orange.
they all taste fantastic. They're made by an artisan witch doctor.
I'd like to grab them all and put them in my mouth.
You grab all of them and you put a fistful of these things in your mouth.
That's greedy. That's a lot.
Okay, so as he's doing this, he's chewing, and then like some of the vapors just puffing out of his nostrils as he's like trying to speak.
Maybe one was enough.
Okay, you see Titus's pupils just tighten up like tiny
my
little
God.
pinpricks. He is extremely focused. Okay, you swallow it down. It tastes delicious, but
His eyes.
any semblance of sleepiness,
Tasty?
any grogginess, just you feel it just flow out of your body. It falls from your mind and
I
your
wanna do
shoulders
things.
out through
You
your
want to
feet.
do things.
It's
Good.
time to do things, guys. Let's hurry up.
Okay, he's bouncing. You now can't seem to stay still. So you're bouncing on
I'm
your
just
feet. Your mouth's quite dry. Tea?
that?
Care for tea? Okay,
that
you sip the
stimulant
tea.
as well?
It's really quite warm. Okay. There's a few more left at the bottom if anyone wants any. He didn't get them all.
I'll
He
take
took
one.
one.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll
take it.
have one if there's one left.
Okay,
please.
here you go.
That's,
And yeah, as soon as same thing. The flavour's delicious, of sort of sweet and sour kind of fruity
that's
flavour.
kind of sweet and sour and fruity then.
All at the same
And
time.
as you bite down, some of the vapours puff out of your nostrils as well.
Whoa.
And it makes your voice drop a little bit as you try to talk as you're eating it.
You know what? You need to make some more of those, Dinkum.
Well, next time we're in the port, we'll grab some. But yeah, you feel every semblance of sleepiness, any grogginess go from you as you.
Damn, I'm pumped. I'm ready to
feel
go.
Awake.
I am.
You
wide
must be
awake.
bouncing off the fucking walls.
He quite
The amount
literally
you
is.
You wouldn't believe.
Your
enough.
palms feel a little bit itchy. You can't quite get it to stop itching. Okay, gentlemen. Like I say, we're about 30, probably about 20 minutes now away from entering the mouth of Goldtooth Bay. If you'd like to bring he shows you a map. So as you can see here, we're going to be approaching a large inlet. It's essentially, as all inlets are from the sea, as you approach a coastline, often
Awesome.
there'll be a large river that comes out into the mouth and then into the sea. That's how rivers tend to work. So what you can see here is a huge opening, a huge bay that is very deep in the center. It shelves very quickly up towards the coast, so it's ideal for ships of all sizes, especially the bigger ones that come to land here. So Dinky tells you a little bit about the place. So Goldtooth Isle, I presume you may be interested in what to
Get to the point. Get to the point.
Goldtooth Isle is somewhere around 100 miles long and is considered very large in the Thousand Teeth.
Oh, wow.
Goldtooth Town is built up around a large inlet on the eastern side of the isle. It is one of the earliest settlements in the Thousand Teeth, and its level of development shows this. It is a large town with several docks serving different elements of seafaring. There are busy passenger ships arriving and departing with those seeking new fortunes, like yourselves. There is a huge amount of freight and vital supplies piled up on large docks. Exotic fruits and things like that shipped in and out of here. We should be landing very soon. If you'd like to head up onto the dock, you should be able to should be able to get a look at the place.
I'm doing
up the ladder.
Up ladder, back down,
Yep.
back up. Let's go get the steps in before we
I'm
get
looking
there.
for a rowing boat. I want to row this thing. I want to row back. I've got so much energy. I need to get rid of it.
there's the
Is there a
rowboat
rowboat?
hanging from the back of the ship.
I'm gonna hop on
I
it
would
and
say,
ask
gentlemen,
them
the
to lower me
inlet and the
down.
docks.
Lower me down.
The inlet and the docks we are planning to land at are very busy places, gentlemen. Please keep your wits about you.
Come on, guys. I'm getting my energy out. I'm
Indeed.
gonna row this bad boy.
Titus, do you want to join Titus? You can row
gonna
the
do
boat
it.
if you want. Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
lower me.
I'm going to
Fucking
get in with
Kevin.
him. I'll get in with him.
Kevin's
lower me
in the
down.
hole. He's not around because he's in the hole.
Oh, he's on my back. Of course he is. I'll slap him back out so you can just lower me down. Is anyone else jumping in?
Hello? You hear from up inside the hole. Hello?
Hello. All right, mate. I'll reach down and grab his hand.
You pull Kevin out,
you go, mate.
plop him down.
All right, mate. Can you just lower me down?
But
I'm
you
gonna-
can't. You don't have your gloves on.
Oh, wait. Where are my gloves?
You've got some in your pocket. There you go.
gonna
There's
go
one there.
find them.
You don't need to put it on, but I
I've got-
presume. Here you go. Kevin, you wrap it on. you reach down. You grip his hand. You feel
Come here, buddy.
what feels like a normal boy's hand. You haul him out. Blop. What would it be, sir?
Can you lower me down? I really need to row this bad boy out.
Okay, yes. So you go around to the back of the boat where the two cranes are that hold the rowboat. You climb in, and he helps to lower you down.
Right.
What are you two doing? As the thing is slowly being lowered, you hear. What are you guys doing at this point?
Hit the
Honestly,
water.
it's just fascinating to watch him heavily stimulate right now.
Oh, I can't wait
I
till we hit the
want to
water.
jump in the
Okay,
boat
you can
with
do
him
that
and
as it's being
You know,
lowered?
in like the boat race, they have the guy that sits on the front. That's
The coxswain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be that for him.
Get to the
Yep.
front. Nice.
Okay, you're going to be at the front. Okay.
You better pace me well.
Sword, you see them
I'll
lowering
use my
down.
drum.
I'll go crow's
He
nest.
seems really keen. You climb up on the sword. So the ship is slowly approaching now. The sails are about not half mast. You know, they're half trimmed. They're on the way in, and it's getting busy now. There are boats and other boats around you. You know, you see them quite close, only a few hundred meters off of your starboard and your port. There'll be plenty of other large sailing ships of all kinds, military ships, trading ships, passenger ships. Anyway, you're slowly moving, and then the rowboat touches down as the ship is still moving, and because the rowboat is obviously level with the rear of the ship, you're getting quite a lot of like,
Getting dragged along.
and then very quickly, so you can actually unhook from where you are. So if you want to unhook on the base of the
Okay,
rowboat,
yeah, we're
Right, to
unhooking.
my rhythm.
Right,
I'll
okay,
set the
play that
rhythm.
drum, baby.
Bang, bang,
Right.
bang. No, slower, bang, and then it ends up with him setting the rhythm. So it's bang, 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 bang.
Okay.
I can't keep up, Titus. Bang, bang, bang,
Sword,
bang.
you look over the side of the ship, and down below you see these guys actually making some headway on you.
Fuck it, I'm getting splattered and I'm in the crow's
Like a
nest.
speedboat go past me. Boom, 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 boom.
They're doing
Slow
well.
down.
Dun, 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 dun. Right, Titus, I need you to make a Constitution check.
Okay.
Yeah, as much as you're stimulated, your body's still the
You're
same.
gonna have a heart attack.
Oh, well, with
13
and
plus
14.
Okay, you're all right. You're holding on. You're sweating a lot. You can feel your heart racing. Feels pretty good though. You're pulling hard. You are starting to pull out ahead of the clumsy goose as you head in towards the inlet. You are approaching the first of the sort of pontoons and things like that. Dinky Doinky says to Sword, "We may need your help, your assistance when it comes time to dock. Because it's such a busy dock with so many hazards and things like that, the crew will do their best, but we may need you to tie ropes, throw lines, things
Yeah,
like
whatever,
that."
mate. I'll do it.
He shouts up to the crow's nest, I remember. Okay, very good, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, crew, keep an eye on where that rowboat heads, and we'll
I'll
follow
do a
them
quick
in.
recce now. And I slide down the crow's nest
Yeah.
and start looking at all the rigging and stuff. Like, yep, sails good, angles good, yep, nice.
Yep.
Next thing.
It's in ship shape at the moment. Everything's tight. As you all approach the rowboat as well, as you all approach the port proper, as you're coming in and start seeing the first piers and pontoons. So there is a huge amount of freight and vital supplies piled up on the large docks. Exotic fruits packed into crates, along with bizarre creatures and big wooden crates, can be seen being loaded onto ships. Sitting at anchor at slightly deeper water are large adventuring, privateering and military ships. And closer in, you get piers and you also get pontoons. So the difference between a pier and a pontoon is a pontoon floats. So the piers themselves have had, let me find it, huge wooden poles have been sunk deep into the river floor to allow for the construction of these massive long piers to serve these ships. But there are also pontoons that have been set up to cater to smaller boats, local boats, fishing boats, things like that. Things that stick to the coast and don't go to deep waters. You guys are in the rowboat, are coming up to your first piers, your pontoons. The Dinky Doink has a specific pier he's going to. So we're heading to Pier 3, crew, and he yells that over the balustrade of the ship to you guys, so you can hear, like, head for Pier 3! And at the end of all of these large piers are like numbers at the end of them, like signs telling you where to go. Do you head for Pier 3, rowboat team?
Yeah.
What did he just shout? I couldn't hear him over the drum.
3.
Something about
Pier 3?
Pier 3. All right.
Give me a
Head for
perception
Pier
check.
3.
Both of you give me a perception check.
5. And
17.
You hear Pier 3.
All right. Yeah, I think he must have said Pier 3.
whatever, let's keep going.
Okay, Kapipa, you spot this big sign saying Pier 3 up ahead. It's about 50 meters away.
Yeah, because I guess he'll be facing me, wouldn't it? Because when you row,
Yeah,
you go back.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, it's just to your right side at the back. If you just pull it in nicely.
Let's do it. Let's wait.
Okay, so you guys come up and the pier is a lot higher than your rowboat. It's not designed for such a low boat, so it's at least 10 feet above your head.
Oh, we're gonna have to wait for high tide.
You
I
can,
don't think that's how this works.
the closer you get in, the more you can see sort of smaller pontoons. So the floating pontoons change with the tide, which is nice. So they can come down. It just creates a steeper ramp each time. So you can look around Pier 3. You'll find some smaller pontoons that you can moor up against. Sword, the ship is now coming up close. The pier is just off the bow of the ship.
We fucking go!
20, 30 meters. Associate Sword, would you kindly get ready to throw the front lines and make ready to tie fast on the cleats of the pier?
Yeah, I'll fucking cleat and shit. Let's go.
Okay, right, so I need you to make a...
I don't know what I'm doing fully.
Huh?
I don't know what I'm doing fully.
No, I'm taking that into account.
Good.
You'll be throwing a line over the front of the ship to catch, for somebody on the pier to catch. If there's nobody on the pier to catch it, you'll have to throw the line, then jump over the bow onto the pier to then tie this fast, okay? They're trimming the sails now, so they're slowing the ship right down. There's very little sail now out. And I want you to make an acrobatics check, first of all, to
Natural 1.
natural 1. Okay, you fall over the
Here we
front of the
fucking
ship.
go, boys. I'm gonna cleat the shit out of
You
this.
go to throw the rope. As the rope goes, you realize it's tied around your leg.
Oh,
As the rope
fuck.
goes, it takes you with it off the edge of the ship, and you slam down onto the pier in front of you.
Kevin!
And you take 2 hits. You take 2 points of damage.
Who's got the hound?
You
That's
do.
a very good point. You had
one's
the
the
hound.
ship?
We're gonna just presume that you gave it to Sword
Well, it would've
before you
come off.
left, but we're gonna retcon
It would
that.
have come off anyway, but like,
Sword, yeah, it would have flown off anyway. Exactly. So Sword, as the ship
now
is coming
he's
to
off.
sail, you recover. You're taking a bit of damage. That hurt like hell. You've scraped your knees, but now you need to tie this fast. So give me a sleight of hand to tie this around a cleat.
Christ, we're coming in hot. Sleight of hand would be a 18.
Excellent. You tie it tight round. You loop it over a few times around these big metal cleats that are set
I'm
to the
whipping
pier.
them.
You're as you whip it, a big loop forms and then ties fast. Loop forms,
Look at this.
ties fast. And
I used to do this to people.
he tells some of the dock
telling
workers
Kevin.
that are walking around, Kevin.
Oh,
Kevin's-
he's in the hole.
Where is Kevin? No, Kevin's back on the ship because
He
you let him
helps
know
you
you're
down,
down.
yeah.
on the ship.
Right.
yeah.
Kevin, I used to do this
Well,
to people.
they can't leave the ship, can they?
No, they can't. Well, they can. The hole is kind of a workaround. If they're in the hole, they're in like a pocket dimension.
Okay.
The ship itself is kind of like a magical dimension unto itself, and that's why they're sort of bound to the ship. It's complicated.
Do
You
we
don't
know
this.
this?
Huh?
Do we know this? Because I guess that's the way we could ferry people off the ship.
Yeah, you've seen that, like, if they go into the hole, and I said, like, you know, I've told you guys this
He
last
remains
session.
there.
You know that if he's in the hole, it's kind of a way to transport it around. You tie the line tight. They're very impressed. The ship comes to a stop. Good job. The Clumsy Goose has docked at the port. Down to your left, 50 meters off to your left, along the pier and down a ramp to a floating pontoon. You see these two securing the boat. Looking good.
You're gonna just leave the
Titus is
rowboat
sweating
there?
like mad.
I shout to you guys. Just gonna leave it undocked on our ship.
Yeah, we could pick it up on the way
Yeah.
out. It'll be all right. We tied it up.
Has it got like a name on it or anything?
What?
What do you mean
Yeah,
name?
just keep saying
it's
yes to him.
literally
I
just
can't
a
hear him very well.
rowboat.
I'll just tie this knot with 3 loops, then we know that it's our boat.
All right. If that's standard practice, sure. I don't know what's going on.
That one was our one. No, I mean,
We know it's ours.
got three
on the
knots.
back of the boat, it does say like tender to the Clumsy Goose. Or actually, it says tender to the Fat Duck. So it's styled and it has a name on
Oh,
it that says
no,
that, like,
yeah, it has got our name on the back of it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
nice.
Sword, yeah, well, the old name.
Lost interest.
No, it says here oh, he's gone.
Yeah, I walked away from the front of the ship.
So as you guys are having this conversation, walking down the main pier towards you, you see basically a humanoid tree frog species. Okay, so this is they're a member. They have the same basic body configuration of a human. However, their head is bigger than that of a human, and they have big saucer-sized orange eyes with big dark pupils. Their feet and hands are slightly larger too, with small tactile suckers at their tips, He has a glistening lime green skin covering most of his body. He waits patiently at the dock with a pleasant smile as you walk towards him. He wears a luxurious dark turquoise velvet tunic with brown leather trousers. He's wearing some sort of special looking shoes that seem to be covering the top of his feet, but not necessarily the bottom.
He's got little suckers.
Exactly, little suckers. He appears to be unarmed, carrying only a satchel with what looks like typical sort of clerk's writing tools. In his hands, he holds what looks like a small writing board and a book with a quill and paper. He looks quite studious, quite rich. And he says to you, and he sort of tries to get your attention. Hello there. Hello.
Are we all together now? Have we like met up?
Yes.
Yeah.
So as Sword walked down the pier from tying off the rope, you were slightly ahead of him on a pontoon. So you've come up the pontoon
that's where
onto
he
the
is.
pier. And that's where he's waiting for you all.
Hello, good sir.
Hello, good to meet you. My name is Officiate Goyo. Mikkel Salgo sent me here to see you landed safely.
God, he bloody knows everyone.
He does. He also asked me if I may guide you to a meeting with him at your earliest convenience.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have to check our schedule because we're on a clock, if you see what I mean.
we've got a delivery to make.
Oh, very good.
yeah, we do.
Who is it you seem to be making the delivery to?
Oh,
Flagon.
Sega.
Sega Mega. Sega Mega.
I'm not familiar with them.
He's a gnome. He is quite short.
Oh, Flagon. Master Flagon of the apothecary store.
That's what I said.
Flagon.
Master Sega.
Oh, I don't remember
Ah,
Flagon.
yes. Yes, we know him. He is an esteemed wizard and master brewer.
We've done some extra work for old Mikkel en route. So we need to deposit this off first and then go meet him.
Oh, he will be
With
pleased.
extra coin.
And he looks down at his little board.
Can
and,
you
like,
stop?
writes
Never
down.
mind.
Really unsettling, isn't it?
Why is everything so fucking funny?
It's throwing me off.
Are you doing weird faces or something?
Are you
No,
doing
I've
silly
not done
faces?
anything. It's just a.
What's the problem?
It's resting face.
Sorry?
No, calm down. I think
Is
he's just
everything okay
happy.
with you?
I think he's just happy.
I'm very good, thank you. It's been a busy
What's
day.
Funny? What's funny?
Can I just?
What's funny? Nothing's funny.
Can I just get a look at your tongue?
And he like opens this mouth, and he's got like kind of like a lipless mouth. He's got a big head, and he's got like his skin from his face just kind of like rolls into his mouth. You know, you've seen tree frogs, right? They don't have
yeah.
lips. They have like these things. So he just gingerly opens his mouth, and it's kind of like a normal-looking tongue. It's not like a hallucinatory.
No,
tongue.
that's what I was just. Don't worry, it's not like the one on the ship.
Are you poisonous?
Turtle.
No, I'm not poisonous.
You're not poisonous.
No,
different.
only
I know,
in
not
my
poisonous.
business dealings when they go wrong.
Okay, it's just weird.
Yeah.
All right,
So
it's just a weird
when
guy.
should we schedule this meeting in with Mikkel then?
Oh, excellent. Yes, I have his schedule here. We can meet tonight. So time of day is currently about 9 a.m. So it's the morning.
Yeah, evening suits us.
Yeah.
Honestly, we're very busy people. So,
Oh, we're always here and there, aren't we?
yeah, always doing stuff.
always-
Oh, of
Come
course.
on.
Yes, that might explain why it's taken quite so long for you to return the ship after you
Oh.
accepted the contract.
Yeah. If we can just meet,
That's
if we can
unreal.
meet him while it's like night time where the ship is too visible.
Yeah.
Well, may I suggest a 7 p.m. meeting at one of Mikkel's inns?
Yeah, which
Absolutely.
one?
Yeah.
The Lusty Dog.
Lusty dog.
Lusty dog.
We'll be there. How do we get to that?
Well, I will send a runner to find you around the appropriate time, and they will guide you to the Lusty Inn. Otherwise, if you have a map, which you currently don't because it's currently on the ship, but let's presume you remember that. It's up the main street. When you get to, so it's quite hard for you guys to see this.
You've got a
You'll
photograph
see
camera,
a large
certainly
degraded
do.
fort, a grey fort. It is next to that fort. The Lusty Dog is a lean-to against an old fort formation. It's a wonderful place. Lots of tables, good drinks, good food. Only the best for Mikkel Salgo's chain of pubs.
I'm very uneasy around this person.
He's a bit unsettling, isn't he?
Oh, sorry, you heard that.
Yes,
Are you offended by anything I've said?
No.
You make me feel uneasy.
I make you feel. I have that effect on some people.
Yeah.
Is it the large eyes?
No, it's the laughter. It's the constant laughter.
Oh,
Like it's odd because we've not said anything funny. There's nothing visibly
yet.
funny around us.
Not yet.
And
please
you're
don't be offended. It is a feature of my species.
Yeah, okay.
It is. To you, it sounds like
Yeah.
laughter, but it is more of a feature of how my brain works or how my
Right.
lungs work. It is a leftover from when we were a simpler species,
And are
and
there
we
more
would
of
call
you?
to each
Are we
other.
going to be meeting more of you?
Perhaps. I am
Right.
one of several
Okay.
sentient species found across the Gold Tooth Isle. You may have met Loblins also.
We've seen
We
Loblins,
have
great
met
people,
some of them,
fantastic
yeah, yeah.
They
heroes.
are
They
also
didn't-
of the Thousand
Amazing.
Teeth.
They're
I
great.
didn't laugh as much.
But
Less laughter.
What
I hope my
what
service.
would crying sound like?
What does, can you do a fake cry for us?
We cannot cry.
You don't cry?
Look at
No,
his
we do
eyes.
not
So
cry.
the bug eye, you don't, sorry.
Oh,
We
Up
cannot
inside,
lubricate our
yeah.
eyes using tear ducts like you do. We must
Don't
lick.
lick 'em.
We
Don't
our-
lick 'em.
And he goes,
Ah, he's licking them.
and he just a big old tongue comes out
There
his
he
eye
goes.
Whoa.
and slides down one of his eyes.
It's like the eye pops in a little bit and then it pops
Yeah,
back
and he
out.
blinks and it goes.
Is that good? Is that a good feeling? What does that feel like?
What does it feel like when you blink?
Here we go.
Like a quick sleep.
It's actually just like a very...
A quick sleep. Well, it doesn't feel like that
Wow,
to me.
that is
very
not
slick
like
and
what I get.
It's too quick to really
No.
notice.
Gentlemen, may I pass you this?
Oh, hello. Thank
What's
you.
it? The bard in
Hang on, it's got
lusty.
stuck.
Lusty dog.
Lusty
He
dog.
said it was a lusty
Hang
dog.
on, let me read this little scroll
why
here.
don't you show us what we got on here first.
This is a letter of passage. If any here ask you why you may be in attendance, whilst there is no formal law, the masters of the Gold Tooth Isle like to keep order. And by masters, I mean the most successful, rich, and influential people. They have formed a solidarity.
Master's good people. Do
This scroll doth hereby allow free passage of the bearer and their fellows under the authority of the masters of the Gold Tooth Isle.
Very good. Keep that with you.
That is easy to forge, that.
Yeah, it's British.
Oh,
I could have written that as well.
Maybe the paper's magical.
Yeah.
Could be.
Try and burn it.
you can do an
I'm gonna-
arcane check if you want.
You got a good
It's
arcane.
13,
Plus 7. 20.
20.
Yeah, you can see through sort of mage sight. You can see that that definitely has a magical quality to it.
Oh yeah, no, it is. It's magic paper.
Like a watermark.
Yeah.
You're taking a piss.
You could wipe your ass with that and it would never get dirty.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's now canon.
I've
Look
wiped.
at that. That's brilliant. Look at that.
Come fresh.
That.
Look
And
at
at the same
that.
time, look. You don't taste anything.
Keeps the smell though. Strange.
It does.
You
keep
could
the smell.
Amazing.
Oh.
Keeps the smell.
You could run it underwater.
Good.
You could do all
Yeah.
sorts with it. It's indelible, indestructible,
Yeah.
unforgeable. We spare no expense here on the Gold Tooth Isle.
Yeah. What did you eat, by the way? Because there was a little bit of residue.
Calamari.
Oh god, it was. Yeah, no,
There's a bit
odd.
leftovers
That's
this
an
morning
odd,
before the
an odd
sugar sweet.
flavour. Should've
Well,
done
actually,
it.
after the sugar sweet.
I
yeah.
regret my decision.
Well, gentlemen, if you'd allow me to escort you from the busy port area, I can show you into the town proper, and then I will see you again following that. Would you like to follow me?
Oh, I actually want to go to the ship very quickly.
We've got to unload this ship.
Somebody to grab. There's a hole.
I guess we may as well.
Unless you.
Very good.
Can you-
I will then send a runner when it is time for your meeting with Mickle. I wish you a good day of trading, prosperous day. Haha.
What was your name again before you leave?
My name is Goyo.
Go-yo.
Go-yo.
The fishy.
Go-yo.
Fishy go-yo.
Sticky Mickey. You may have heard of me.
Oh, it's good to meet you. And he reaches out his sucky-fingered hand. And he clasps it, and it feels cool to the touch.
Oh, that's lovely.
Not quite wet, but a little bit like silly putty,
Oh.
you know, in its texture. And as he shakes your hand, his fingers make contact with the back of your palm, and you feel a very subtle, like, suction from
I
it.
hold it for just too long because it feels too nice. Oh, nice to meet you.
Sticky.
A pleasure.
Sticky.
Really.
All right. Yeah, you met him now.
Oh yeah.
Right, nice.
He feels off.
Go-yo.
Yes.
Do you happen to know where this little gnome is?
Flagon.
Sega.
Flagon.
Yeah.
Master Flagon. Yes, so he has a famed apothecary shop. And he points out on your map.
Excellent.
In fact, he just pulls, let's say he pulls a map from his pocket, a very quickly drawn, they hand it out to new visitors to the Gold Tooth Isle. Here you go, yes,
Near the
on
coast?
here.
Is it on the left? On
Yes,
the
like
right?
a
so
chartreuse.
it's one of the shops along the front here.
Okay. Well, let's head
So-
to this apothecary then.
Well, you said you wanted to go on back on the ship.
I'm
yeah,
sure
yeah.
I'm
We're
sure
going
I've
to
got-
organise our
Yeah.
cargo.
It has been a pleasure, gentlemen. I look
you.
forward to seeing you tonight, perhaps.
I'll try and fist bump. Fist bump.
You do that, and it sort of gives quite a lot. Like there's
Like
not
a-
the same kind of structure of knuckles that you
sponge.
have. It's sort of like, and it kind of slides slightly down your fist bump.
Oh.
Right, well, we'll be seeing you later then. Good to meet you again.
Kapipi, it was an honor.
He's going for another one.
You really should try this.
Oh, I need to get on the ship, mate.
Oh.
Come on.
Cool,
Oh, that's
comfortable,
nice.
soft, gentle.
Other hand.
Other hand. He crosses over his other hand.
What does hands do?
Let's spin.
He doesn't spin. I'm
those
sorry, I
hands
must be
do?
getting going. And he takes it up and then pulls his clipboard back out of the belt that he's like tucked into. Okay, very good. Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Huh?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
brilliant.
well,
Thank you
I've
very
already
much.
gone.
You've been
He wanders
great.
off back down the busy pier, and you see him disappear amongst. I mean, these piers are crowded now. Okay, people are coming in. This is, the tide is really good right now for people coming into dock and stuff. It's a little bit low, but they're all coming up, lashing up. People are unloading all sorts of things. People walking left and right over the pier. It's busy. Like you have to push your way through almost through these piers to get where you're going. So you go back onto the ship. What do you do?
I need to get my magical hole.
You bring the hole.
we
We also
test
need
that?
to unload the. I'll carry the mankeys out if you want. We've got to deliver these to Sega Mega
Come on, there's a
Drive.
crew for a reason.
Oh,
but they can't,
Yeah, let's get the
um,
crew involved. They'll bring them up to the dock.
Make it as easy
the
as
top,
possible.
Sorry.
I'll tell you what. You got the hole, right? Why don't we
Yeah.
get the whole crew to jump in the hole?
It's only so
10
much room in
foot.
there, but we can get
Yeah.
a couple.
They
in
can
there.
cram in there. 10
can
foot.
get- we can
that's-
squeeze a
they
couple.
can go on
Definitely
top
bring a
of each
couple
other.
with us.
If we
Yeah.
ignore any kind of like rights or kind of just yeah,
They'll-
we'll shove them in. We'll shove them in.
They'll do anything to get off the ship just to see the world for a bit. They've been
Do you think
trapped on
that's the
here for
case?
ages.
They're
I
very
reckon if
loyal
we say
to-
we're going to take you on a day trip, all you have to do is carry these
we'll
mankeys
slap
for
this
us.
hole on some walls and stuff at some different sites around the place.
Well, they can climb out the hole, can't they?
Wow, what happens
Well,
when they climb out?
let's try and I'll place the hole strategically. You trip them. You can push them if they resist. We'll get as many as we can in. And I'll whip
I
the hole
think
up.
we could literally just say,
in the
well,
hole.
you just get in the hole and
I
we'll
don't think
carry
it'll be
the
that
stuff
easy.
for us.
Well,
when
let's try. Let's try. I'll
Can I
try.
try something else before
Yeah,
that?
what's that? What's that?
Can I have the hole?
Well, the hole. Why do you want the hole?
I slap it on Kapipi's shell.
Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
What happens?
Created a hole.
What's
I
back
jump
there?
horizontally into a shell.
You're
Nice.
inside the hole. You're in
Holy
a
shit.
totally dark 10 by 10 foot space.
What's happening? I'm feeling like a weird feeling.
You don't
Kapipi,
really.
I'm inside you.
You shouldn't feel anything.
I can
mate.
hear him from inside me.
Yeah, no, I can hear him too.
Horizontally, though, I can just walk back out.
Well, that's you could clamber out. Yeah.
Or do I
Well,
fall
the
in
hole
because the
technically
gravity?
like,
What if I
always
don't-
opens. Imagine that this dimension is a cube, a black cube, and this is a circular entrance to it. And whenever you put the circular entrance down, you're creating a circle in one side of that cube
That
space.
side is the same side
Yeah.
every time? The
But
top
surely
side?
it'd rotate. Like, so if I go
Because
down
Kevin
onto
fell
my...
out when
No,
we put
so-
it on the ceiling.
Yes. So no, it isn't the same hole every time. Depending on which way you orientate it, you
So I
can
walked
interact with
into
it there.
it.
But-
You could walk in. However, the circle is not 10 by 10 foot. The circle is only sort of, let's say 3 by 3 foot, 4 by 4 foot.
But you can lean into it, right? That's what you
So
did.
once you step in, you're essentially stepping over a lip. So if you dived in, you've dived through the smaller
10 foot
hole
deep.
and dropped down inside
Right,
this cube
there's
space.
a bit of a drop.
Yeah.
But while he's leaning in there, like,
Yeah.
so I guess you're standing behind me, bent over with your head inside.
I dove in.
He dove
did,
in.
you
What
jumped
you
in
can
straight
do
in.
though, Sword, is you can stand up inside the hole and the entrance, inside the cube, and the circle itself comes up to sort of about the edge of the lower edge of the circle is at your chest height. So you could stick your head out because you've jumped in on a side.
It's like standing in
Oh,
a
right.
washing machine.
Look!
Yes.
Look at me! I'm in a shell! I flail my arms around.
Nice. That's really weird that you've
Whoa.
done that.
I'm feeling a bit weird and I fall forward onto my front, so the hole is now facing
Yeah.
upwards.
Okay, so you feel
So
this
he's now at the
and
bottom of a
cocoon.
10-foot hole.
I fall
Yeah,
in.
you fall, you slide down the floor, which is now a wall, and hit the floor. The hole is now 10 feet away from you, above you.
Great. Kapipi, you gotta be careful with the whole moving about thing.
I mean, you should put the hole on my shell.
Yeah, all right. Well, can you slowly stand back up?
All right, I'm slowly.
Very slowly.
Getting back up. Oh, I'm going down again. Oh.
Ah, you fucker. Stop it.
All right, I'm up. Let me just do some
you.
dancing while I'm up here.
I'm gonna try and jump out shaking
Give me an acrobatics check.
like Ace Ventura coming out of the rhino.
Oh, he wasn't shaking there.
No, he
He
wasn't.
was pushing himself through a very tight hole.
16 plus
Yep, you're fine.
1.
You jump out the hole. You land with a combat roll.
We can shove some of the cargo into that hole, maybe.
You could.
Oh,
I
that's
think
another way of doing it.
It has a weight limit of 500 pounds.
Anything that's within 5 by 5, we could squeeze in there.
Squeeze what we can in. Let's
we
put
put
the
some
hole
crew
down,
in, we
let's
could-
toss things
we
in.
could lift
that's,
some stuff
that's a
in.
good point though, because we want the crew in there so they could carry our stuff for us up to Sega Mega Drive, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
But why don't we just put the stuff in it?
Well, if there's a crew inside the hole, it's easier for them to push it out of the hole.
Yeah.
Without us going in the hole.
All right,
They can just be in the hole passing it out to us.
Kevin.
Where is that little
Where's
boy?
Kevin? Right, let's
He
slap
comes
that
round
hole
from
on the floor.
behind where the rowboat cranes were. Comes out. Hello.
I point at the hole.
He's
Get in.
Back in the hole, mate.
he climbs. Is it still on Kabibi's back?
Yeah.
Wait, is
Oh.
it? Yeah,
I'm not
I guess
taking it off
it
yet.
is.
He
Yeah.
climbs. So this portable hole that's draped over Kapipi's back. He climbs into it, and then
Quick,
just hit
do a
from
forward
inside. Hello, I'm ready. Okay.
I'm on to my front.
Hello.
All right, he's in.
Right, let's load some
So
cargo.
easy to get him in.
It's gonna be hard to get the cargo over KPP's shell. So should we just
Well, we can just
pick up the
peel it
hole
off
and move
now,
it up?
yeah.
Let's pick it up. And then slap it on the
Dinkies.
ground.
Thinkers.
Yes.
Hello. We need to get as much cargo that will fit into this hole as possible
Very good,
for
sir.
Sega Mega Drive.
Anything you'd like to prioritize?
Oh,
Stuff that fits.
what do we with the mankeys?
Stuff that's awkward to carry.
Mainly the mankeys. Are they still asleep?
Bear in mind, anything that needs to breathe will die within 10 minutes of being in this hole.
Yeah, we can't put mankeys
Can't
in
put the
there.
breathing ones.
That's a good job we didn't pick it
But
up.
all
with
of
you.
the Miracle Grow, those 3 big tubs of that magical fertilizer, they'll go in fine. They probably will use probably about 70% of the weight capacity of the hole. You could then, the other things you had the pocket rocks, the things that hold the 10 bales of magical wheat and the 10 barrels of magical
Well,
water.
we can just carry those, can't we?
You can,
pocket this.
And then also you have, I think that's it, right? You have the mankeys, you have
The barrels in
barrels
stones.
and the stones.
Yeah.
So you have the 2 stones. Who wants to carry the 2 little stones? Who's carrying the 2 stones now? They're tiny. They're
I
the
think I
size
had
of
the stones.
Yeah.
size of a palm.
I'll take the stones.
Okay. Very good. And then you see Barry Loveboat coming up, hauling up the barrels with his green gloves on.
Put them in.
Should we take Barry?
Why aye? He says.
Barry,
happily.
mate, can you hop in the hole? Is there room?
Well, I guess I could. Yeah. I guess I could hop in the hole. Yeah. No
that'd be
problem.
nice. Dinkers, do you want to join?
No, my place is here with the ship.
But it's technically a way to get off the ship.
And we're going to go see Mickle as well.
You could go see him.
Okay. It'd be nice to see Mickle. We are coming back. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
probably,
yeah.
I expect so.
Mickle wouldn't allow you to be off the ship for too long, would he?
No, that's true. I would like to see his face when he sees that we've worked out a way to leave the ship.
Oh, yeah, but he'll be
normal
really
means.
thrilled or surprised.
Very good. I'll jump in the hole with you.
Thank
Barry,
you.
my dear. All right, pet, yup, coming in. I'm jumping in. And he jumps in.
Don't forget, there's a Kevin in there, all right?
Yes.
in
Hello,
there.
Kevin. Hi.
Age-appropriate stuff in there, please.
Yeah.
Oh,
JK, go to town.
he's seen it all anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure he has.
Kevin, close your eyes. Barry. Oh, you're frisky. Oh.
Oh my god.
Barry, no.
No, we'll keep it above board. You hear the large barrels being settled down, clunk, 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 inside the hole. All right, we're all sitting here. You can take the hole off now if you want.
Right, prepare yourselves. We're going to pick up the hole.
I'm guessing once the hole is removed, it's just the plane of wherever it is just stable.
Yeah, it's like a pocket dimension.
Yeah.
So it just exists. I mean, typically, if you were like humanoid or an air breather, this is when the suffocation would start, and you have about 10 minutes to get out of it. However, because they're ethereal and because of the weird way that their existence works, they are fine, and so is the inert fertilizer and things like that.
Excellent.
So you see off to just by the gangplank of the ship before it goes from the ship to the pier. They've stacked up the mankeys for you on little trolleys. So there's a couple of little trolleys you
Isn't
can
that
pull.
lovely?
Oh, I'll push one of these.
Always very thoughtful. Maybe a little sugary treat before we
Oh.
start putting.
You
Or
need
maybe
more?
you should ease off.
Hang on. We just put him in the hole. And he was the one who brought him to us. Dinkers.
Well,
what
the
a
trees
way
are
to-
out.
You
treats.
finished off the last 2 as well.
they're all gone.
So they're all gone.
Yeah, I've had
Shit,
a.
we
I've had
really have
enough
to
for
make
one
him
You
day.
make
might be able to get some more from here. There's a lot of shops and stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Busy.
you might be able to. They're like a delicacy. They're like a popular delicacy in the region. So
Maybe we can ask some of the other sailors for street drugs.
We could.
We'll do that on the way.
All right, before we go though, because obviously we're going to drop all this cargo off, I'm a little bit worried about something, lads.
What's
Oh,
that?
what's the problem?
We're
That
on
happens to everyone.
That's fine, but also we're on Mickle's ship here, and is he going to be happy with how we've changed it and painted it?
Oh.
And this is why I said, like, we're meeting him at night time. I reckon if
Yeah.
we,
I barely know the guy.
I don't think he'll notice at night time, but if we
might
get
not.
paid the reward before sunrise,
It's the worst case scenario is we just get the hole dwellers to come and just fix it up.
They can vouch for us, right?
We've
been good shipmates.
All right, I'm just worried. It seems like loads of people know Mickle around here.
I mean,
I don't want to piss him off.
We told the crew, right, that we did it as a way to disguise ourselves and not draw attention to Mickle's Salgo's shit.
I'm pretty sure if I remember, we told them that Mickle said that we could do it, and that and that they can pick the colour and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And now we've got them in the hole, and we're going to take them to Mickle, and they're going to.
Well, let's have the conversation first before the hole
Yeah.
is unleashed.
Maybe
How
we
about that?
shouldn't show him the hole. Maybe he should come back to his ship with no one left.
where did Dinkers, Barry, and
Yeah,
Kevin get
where
to?
did they go?
And then we
He's
hold them
looking for 'em.
ransom for more money.
All right,
Yes.
let's ride it out and see what happens. But
All right.
I just want to raise my concerns there that
that's worth
we've
raising
kind
them.
of believed our own story here that he wanted, but
He wanted this,
he didn't.
didn't he?
But in reality, we don't really know.
He didn't want.
I feel like he really wanted the sky blue.
He didn't
It
want
really
the blue.
felt right,
He didn't
you
want
know?
He
my
might
face
like
on
it.
there.
He
He
might
didn't
like
want to
it.
change the
Your
name of the
face
ship.
is all over.
What if
there.
he feels that this is the change that he's needed?
That's a gamble.
We don't know. We'll roll the
We
dice.
really want to get that money though.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because
As
we're
the
going to buy our own
crew, as the crew is loading up these manky onto these trolleys, you can see a couple of people, quite rough-looking, quite big, half-orc kind of looking guys. They're sort of both real, quite tall, big bellies on them, single tufts of hair coming out of there, and they've got this little badge on them that's like, it looks quite sort of semi-official. The only bit about them that looks well put together, the rest of it's that they've just got leather shorts on and some leather straps crossing their nips, and they're basically they're like porters. And they see they go around to ships and they offer their services to help them transport cargo around. So they're like dock workers, and they're like, "Oh, hello. Would you like any help carrying any of your stuff to your destination? Good fees, low cost. Come on."
Oh, I mean, we got the guys in the hold to help us now.
We've already got some help, thanks.
Oh, I don't see any help. Who's going to be pulling these trolleys then?
They're on their way.
Yeah.
They're just waiting for a
Come
mate.
on, I'm an official. I'm a Docklands official.
What's
You
your
can trust
price?
me.
What's your price? Come on,
price,
everyone has their price.
Oh, just the silver. How far are you going?
To Sega Mega Drive.
Where's that?
Flagging someone.
Flagon, oh yeah, Flagon's a Apothecary. Yeah, it's not far. It's just off the main pier. We'll do it for silver each. What we, Bob?
Pay now or at the end of the...
Where's that toad? We got the toad. We forgot the toad, didn't we?
What if they do us?
The toad was tidied away by the crew back down in the cargo hold, safely stored. You can get it still. It's just that basically the last place you left it was actually on the
Right.
deck during that
If
flight.
shit goes south, we frog it.
I'm gonna go get the
Let's
toad.
go get the toad.
I think we should get the toad.
Yeah.
I think we should have that.
I'll be back. No, sorry, I've got nothing on me.
Oh, what about you guys? You interested in the service?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just go and get the
I
coin.
ain't
Oh,
got, I ain't
nice,
got
yeah.
any change on me at the minute. We'll be able to get it, if you do it, we'll be able to get the coin at the end.
Right,
our
yeah.
payment.
Well, I'll be okay by us. We're official. And he points again to his little
Yeah.
rosette that he's got that's
Yeah.
Very official. Yeah.
Spelled official with a fish spelling.
yeah.
In the middle.
Yeah, it's OFISHAL.
Official.
Official.
Fine to me.
Seems official to
Fair
me.
enough.
It's right there.
Yeah.
So you gone down to get
Right,
it.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Titus, you go downstairs, you
I'm gonna
root
go
around
sort
to the
something
cargo bay. You again
yes.
find a small chest with the frog in it. You don't. Do you have a? Do you peek
Just a
very
little peek.
quickly?
I aim it away from me just to make sure it's in there.
Yeah, the frog's still there. The frog's still there.
Brilliant. Okay, good. Right, let's go.
He climbs back up. You see Titus climb up the ladder and up onto the deck again.
You got the
Head towards you.
silver, and I'm winking with
Oh.
one good eye.
Oh, it's in this box. I've got a box with all the silver in it, and maybe more.
Ready for payment.
We're at the end
Would
of
you
the-
like to see the silver?
Wait.
Oh, sorry.
To the end of the...
How do we normally?
Shit goes south.
Right, no, of course. Well, yeah. I'm gonna keep this box to myself for a minute. You look very official, though.
We're good for it.
Thank you.
Right, that there.
Yeah.
Trolleys.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, and they step over onto your thing and they start picking it up carefully. They move the two so these trolleys are planks with some really basic wheels on them. You know, they're simple things with a handle, and they're for dragging around. The mankeys have been stacked up in these crates. Two trolleys. They load them up over onto the pier, and then they start pulling them. Where are we going with these then? I'm Bob, by the way. That's Knob.
All right, Bob and Knob. Sword, Kapipi, Titus.
You might know me by Sticky Mickey. Have you heard of me? I'm a musician.
I tell you what, I was in one of the inns last night, and I heard some chaps over from Dockers Bay.
Oh, yeah.
They said they heard some turtle bloke do a really good song up on the pier there.
Yeah, that would be me.
I went to this union thing with harbour masters and porters and dockers workers.
Yeah, I don't care. Do you want an autograph?
And he thinks about it. Nah, you're right.
You sure? I'll do it for a silver, which is quite cheap.
He'll kiss you for gold.
Oh, you want a kiss? Thanks. I'm all right.
That's all right then.
Don't look like much of a kisser. They're little weird little turtle lips.
You got kids?
Yeah.
They'll be fans of Sticky Mickey. They'll be really impressed if you come back with an
Oh,
autograph.
silver's a bit much though. Come on. Can't
Sorry.
afford it, mate. Me and Knob here. We live in
Instead of a silver,
Yeah.
we trade this work for an autograph. That's cheaper, right?
What do you reckon, Knob? Oh, I don't know, Bob. And there's too long a pause where neither of them seem to be thinking or conversing.
Are they all right? What's happening?
Yeah, go on then.
All right, so both of you do this work. Why am I talking like this now?
It's infected, isn't it?
To you, innit?
So both of you do this work for exchange of an autograph each. How's that?
Well, yeah, you don't need to spell it out. I'm not stupid.
All right.
I've
There you
agreed
go,
to the
guys.
terms.
Good job.
We've got the silver.
Great.
We've got out the silver there.
What are these then?
Yeah.
And he just gestures at the fucking horrible, sedated monkeys in the chat.
Roadies. Let's go.
That's just friends, yeah.
Oh, what did you say?
Roadies.
Roadie, all right. Bloody
We're on
hell.
tour.
You see something new every day working at the docks, I'll tell you that. So they start trailing down, you're heading down. Do you want to follow them?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
we
Make
need
sure
to
they
know
don't
where
Okay.
Flagon is.
go
right?
off with our main keys.
So,
Are we collecting payment from Flagon, or did we already get? Oh no, we get
I think it was
half.
half there.
We got half deposit and then.
And then he's
get
going to give
a
us
bit
the rest of the
more.
800.
Yeah,
and
we'll
shit.
I assume Periwinkle's talked to them
Yeah, it should probably been on the blower.
on the blower.
okay.
Is there any point where we can talk about the fact that we killed a kraken? I feel like
We should really big
that
that
was
up a bit
that was
more.
a pretty big deal.
We should probably process that.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
feel like-
We'll definitely tell Mikkel Salgo we did that on his ship, and it's in
Yeah.
perfect condition.
Well, Kapipi is a bard, and bards traditionally are used to spread stories and tales.
Really come up with something
You should
for that.
really
I've
big
been
me
thinking
up.
about a song about that. Yeah, I'll maybe if there's any kind of open mic night going on, maybe even
Right.
tonight in the inn, I'll jump up there and
What if you do,
treat
like-
you guys to the stories.
Would
of
I
the
be the
Kraken.
main character in that story?
Do you want to be?
Well, I feel like I lifted that bad boy up. And then I
Yeah.
blasted in the
Well,
eye.
I mean, without
and I
me and
burnt
my
its eye.
enchanted cannons.
So-
That's
Horses on
true,
the
the cannons
cannon.
were there, but the cannons were like a needle in the
Yeah,
haystack. And
but
then the
I
rest
was watching as well, so I was kind of a
Just
main character.
Make it work in.
I'll
we're
think
all
about
there.
it. I'll
We're
think
all
about
there.
it.
Maybe we
so you're
can-
saying you did the main legwork?
It's just.
Wow, you
There.
were swimming, so it was barely any legwork at all.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like us on the deck were like
just
really.
we were
I-
on the deck. We
with,
could
like,
see
face
the
to
whole
face,
thing
yeah.
happening.
yeah, we all were all there. It's just some of us were more there than
Yeah,
others.
but we couldn't see you underwater, so like we were just.
Yeah, of course not, but
So
I was
for
seeing it
us,
right
it's
inside
almost
that I
like you
blew
weren't.
up.
It's almost like you weren't even there.
Right.
But I'll get onto the
Well,
song.
we'll see.
Yeah, you blend in with the sea a lot. So
I do, yeah. That's something I'm working on.
I mean, feel free to take a lot of artistic liberties and really big me up if you like.
Okay.
Thank you.
What does that mean?
Like big me up.
You're gonna be a giant?
Making
You
big
could
of it.
make me a giant. In
What is
it,
a giant?
I wrestle the
I haven't used
tentacles
my
with my
large
bare hands.
All right, I'll think about it. Anyway, we should really follow those
I do
guys.
have
They're
a
on their
large
way.
spell. Would you use that?
Bob Knobs, slow down a
You
bit.
have an enlarged spell. That's actually a thing. Sorry. So yeah, Bob and Knob have gone ahead of you a little bit. They're trundling along. They're pulling the wagons with ease. They're huge guys.
I'm glad they're doing this, not us.
They lead you down the wide plank pier through a big network of piers and floating pontoons. You've docked at a deep water mooring, so you're still some way out from the shore here in the town proper. Huge wooden poles have been sunk deep into the river mouth floor to allow for construction of these long piers, and floating pontoons have been set up to cater to smaller boats. This all branches out to create a bustling port that almost feels like a town unto itself. Great ships are unloading left and right as you move down, loading supplies on for big voyages. Rare and exotic beasts and fruits are being unloaded onto the dock itself. One of these great ships, as you walk along, you actually recognize. You recognize this as the Fortune's Grasp, the ship that had the weather wizard on it.
Oh.
However, in front of this ship, there seems to be like a hastily erected stocks. So there's somebody with their head and their hands in this wooden stock, just in front of the ship on the side of the pier.
Uh-oh, someone's in trouble.
Next to this stock is a bucket of unsavory, smelly bits. So things like fish heads, old mop ends,
bits.
and less specific things, but they're all pretty smelly. In the stocks, you recognize a familiar face. It's Tyrone the quartermaster that you sold the dodgy cheese and drink to.
Oh, shit. Keep your head down, boys.
He looks pretty miserable, and he's clearly been on the receiving end of some smelly buckets a few times already. So, you know, he's... And adorning the stocks either side of him are like these simple signs that show passers-by the reasons for why he's being punished. They say things like serving food not becoming of the Navy, and suspicion of premeditated poisoning, and reckless culinary endangerment. Yeah, he looks pretty sad, and you're literally walking right by him.
Oh, I hate their type.
Do you want to
Bloody
try and
hell.
remain unseen?
Yeah, I'm going to try
I'm
it.
gonna try.
Yeah,
I'm gonna flail some.
You're going to pick some...
I'm gonna hit him with some bloody smelly bits.
You're going to hit him with the
Get
bucket.
involved.
Titus, no!
He won't recognise
I'm
us.
gonna go towards
I'm
the
gonna
smelly bucket and pick up.
For those who don't want to be recognized, give me a stealth check. Titus
I'm combat rolling to the side of the manky cage and like trying to stay alongside it.
And Tyron's like, I've seen that combat roll before. Shit.
Very
wait a minute.
iconic combat roll.
I know you lot. And then as he's saying this, do you reach down into the bucket?
Oh, I hate your sort of culinary engagement. Disgusting. And you splash him.
He throws a whole bucket.
Get stinked.
A stinky, so bits of fish head, all the bits that are falling out the back of the fish head in the bucket. The bottom of it is sort of bilgy, stinky smell. And you hit Tyrone full on in the face with it. Oh, it's you lot.
How could you feed people horrible foods like
How
that?
could you? How could I?
Terrible wine.
I've been cobbed and fucked.
And disgusting cheese. I bet it was cheese, wasn't it?
Oh, you sold me the cheese. You know this is.
You'd say anything to get out of those stocks. You'd say anything.
We've never met him.
I don't know who this guy is, but he deserves more stinky fish.
Yeah.
Get more.
And as you throw stinky fish, the crew of the ship behind who are like tidying up ropes, trimming sails, like see you doing it, like cheering, like, yeah, he poisoned our captain. Yeah.
No way to treat a captain, is it, Captain?
Bring me some more. Bring me a barrel of stinky fish.
They load down. They on ropes. They load down several more barrels of. This is the stuff we cleaned out from the quarters.
Perfect. Yeah.
It's mainly human shit.
Amazing.
Tyrone's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Tyrone's just there like,
Oh, fuck, I said his
This
name.
is all you, mate. This is all you.
please, boys, you told me this was. I tasted it. It was the finest cheese. To make it all worse, I lost. The worst thing is, I lost 50 gold somehow as well.
Oh, God. Sob stories.
I
Sob stories.
bought
Let's
this
help me with this
incredible
barrel,
cheese.
lads.
He's making it up, but you go believe him.
I thought this was going to make my career, but here I am instead on the stocks.
Help me with this barrel, lads. Let's really get him.
All right, after
It's
three.
heavy. 3,
One.
2, 1.
And just this huge gout of human excrement and old bits of scrap, stinky crumbled cheese, all of the stuff has been mushed up into a slurry and he just gets coated. And the whole contents of the barrel goes over him, goes over the stocks. But because of it's been mashed up, all the cheese and things and all the human shit has been mashed up, it doesn't quite all flow off of him. And he's left with what looks like, like a poo monster.
Oh.
He's covered and he just hangs his head and he just cries.
Oh, actually, it's quite sad to see. Do you know what? I'm going to cheer up his day, I think.
Why?
I'm gonna make him
Titus.
smell like a better smell than he's smelling right now. That's what actually is making me feel sick.
Like you did with the cheese.
Like I did with the cheese.
Nice.
So for a good hour, he's gonna smell roses and maybe just a nice little potpourri. You know what that is? Like it's not candy. I found that out the hard way.
Potpourri.
Potpourri is like dried flowers or very nice floral. You're gonna have that nice little smell. Well, you won't know that, but. I'm gonna do
The
I'm gonna
minor illusion.
prestidigitate that.
Prestidigitation. So prestidigitation, you can create odours. Yep, sure.
Yeah.
So you create an
And
odour.
create a nice floral odor.
just an air freshener.
So he's just suddenly, he's relieved from this disgusting stench.
What was in that? Was in that barrel? Wait, it was the cheese. It's all right. The cheese is.
Go for it. He's gonna... Oh no!
Idiot! Tyrone!
I didn't really need
It's all right.
Oh,
It tastes pretty good.
God, this is.
Go on, try it. Try it. Try it. Try it.
don't try it. Don't
Try it. It's all right.
He's off his nut!
do it.
It's all right. Look.
Boom!
It's all right.
It's
He
gonna
starts
make
like-
someone else
It's gonna
have
make
it.
him
Yeah.
seriously ill. Like he doesn't know what it is.
Okay, and Bob and Nob are just looking at this like, yeah,
Bob,
nice.
you want to go?
Yeah, it's relief. Yeah, all right.
all right. Yeah, let's keep
Okay,
going.
this is sad.
The Mankeys are starting to wake up now.
Oh no.
You do have on your possession that little like
Oh yeah.
thing
Put them
that
back
like
asleep.
will knock them out, but they're all like,
Probably knock these things out again.
They're waking up again, aren't
How
they?
far are we from the apothecary, Bob and Nob?
yeah, about 5 minutes. 5 minute walk.
Probably knock them out a bit because they're gonna have to do experiments on them.
I'll
aren't they?
spritz them.
Yeah, you.
What, Bob and Nob?
No.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you they all start like the monkeys start stirring and down back
Rhoda's
down.
waking up there.
Loud.
Bear in mind the last spritzing has sedated these monkeys for like 2 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they out again.
Flagon will sort them out, right?
Yeah, I'm sure he'll wake him up.
You reckon it's
somewhere.
all? You reckon it's all right? Well, it's the wrong accent again. Come on. You reckon it's all right then? Like, sedating these. I know they transport. I know a bloke that transports beasts and stuff, and he sedates them quite frequently. He stops them rocking around, injuring themselves during transport, all that sort of stuff. How much do you reckon you can sedate someone without feeding it before it starts to cause serious issues? That's what I'm interested in. Ask it for a friend.
Sorry, what could cause more serious issues than a manky that's already caused itself so many issues?
Yeah, it's true. They're horrible little bastards, aren't
They
they?
can't possibly get any worse.
Nah, they are pretty messed up.
So it's really dependent on what you're sedating, I think, is the answer.
Yeah.
Something nice, you don't want to sedate them too much.
Nah.
So, just something to bear in mind.
Right, all right. Yeah, I bear it in mind. Nice one. Cheers.
You asking for Knob?
How'd you know?
This is your other mate.
All right, Nob. How long you been there? Oh, bloody!
You
I
also
don't
seem
know.
very
I don't know.
interested.
Nob says I don't know how long. He doesn't know how long he's been there. Right then, off we go. Off to the apothecary, and then they're like trailing
Lead the
along.
way.
Trailing along. And yeah, you weave through a lot of traffic, but I mean these guys are huge, and they like kind of make the foot traffic part as you know they're
I
moving
think we
along.
would have struggled. Had we not had these.
Off we go, dragging a manky, having a good time. Can't wait to get that signature, Bob. I know that. It's gonna be amazing. Right, so they're dragging them through the crowd. And yeah, eventually the planks turn to cobbled ground as you leave the pier and pontoon complex up into sort of like an open sort of, it's kind of like a square, but it's more of a circle. It's there's bits of old fort and wall there as you come up off the pier into a cobbled area, which is kind of like a terminal at a train station in that there are lots of people who've just come off the boats. They're looking around and trying to look at sort of what's happening. They're seeing all the shops, different ways to go. There are several streets heading different ways. There's one main street ahead of you that seems to head up a hill, heading towards more residential area and what you can see to be like a fort castle structure at the top of the road. It's fairly flat. There are some hills. But it's all quite mild rises and things like that, not too much. In the distance, you see mountains and jungle up into the rear. There is actually a picture of what the landscape itself beyond the town looks like. So before this was civilized, it was green and lush and mountainous. So there are waterfalls, there are great open plains of fields, there are dense jungles. It's a tropical climate. It's a clear sunny day, and yeah, a lot of this has been cut back to create a much more open area to build the town in. It is cobbled. To your left and right, you've got smaller streets that run along the waterfront. Flagon's apothecary, you're told by Bob and Nob, is to the right, not far from here, just along the waterfront, a few stalls down. So they lead you right through the crowds, along this waterfront. To your right, you can still see the pier and the pontoons of the port. On your left, there are lots of different shops. Chandlers, which are people that sell boat shit. Apothecaries, smiths, places selling sundries and supplies. Trade offices for companies that operate, because there's a lot of trade going on here. They've got a lot.
Really gentrified.
Absolutely.
Maybe we can get our own ship. Maybe there's a ship seller around here.
There are shipwrights, and there are places where they build them further upriver. They build them on the shore and then launch the ships into the river.
Look, if we're not going to get that bad boy back, we should maybe pool our money.
Our own, yeah, we've got a lot of money now.
And we're about to get payment from Mikkel as well when we return his ship in perfect
Really
condition.
good point. Maybe you can get us discounts. He's so well connected.
So, like I say again, do it under the cover of night. Get the payment before he sees what we've done to it.
Yeah.
Buy our ship.
Yeah.
In and out, straight
In and
clean
out,
trade.
straight in and out of there, and then we can go and do all these other things that we've seen on the way.
We can sort out the horn.
So you've passed a couple of shops and a couple of sort of lean-tos as well. So people starting new shops using canvas and wooden poles to create an awning rather than established shops. But you get to the front of one shop, very nice wooden-built shop. Says outside, Master Flagon's Apothecaries and Spells.
Here he is.
It's a lovely looking shop. The Bob and Nob stop in front of it. Your mankeys on their trolley stop there. They turn expectantly looking at you, PP, to be like, all right, yeah, that's us. Wrong accent again. Right then, that's it. Yeah, we popped them on the front here. One signature, please. And he leans forward and presents his forehead.
You want me to sign it on you?
Oh yeah,
your
and the
forehead,
kids will
do
love
you?
it. I'll walk in today and they'll see it.
Who shall I make it out to?
Make it out to Rob, Dob, and Pinky.
Rob, Dob, Pinky, all the best. Are they your children, are they?
No.
I'm like really pressing hard here. All the best. Yours, faithfully. I'm gonna have to go down your cheek a little bit.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
afraid
it's
I'm
all right,
running
man.
out of space here.
Yeah.
Sticky. Oh, I misjudged that. I'm gonna have to go on the other cheek. Mickey. X, X, X,
And then
X.
he purses his lips so you can do the X's on the lips.
X on your lips. Kiss.
God, what's in that pen?
Oh, this isn't a pen.
What is it?
I was just scraping it in with my bayonet and
Oh,
that's blood you're tasting.
God, that
carved it
is
in.
painful. Right, well, thanks very much,
It will
chaps.
last longer.
It will scar real nice. You won't be able to
Oh, it's
sell
going
it,
to look
though.
great. Knob, says Rob. Bob. Yeah, Bob. My name's Bob, isn't it? Yeah, your name's Bob. All right, nice one. Cheers. What's yours, Dino? All
But
right.
yeah, little Rob will love that.
Cheers, everyone. Got to go back and earn some more money. He
Well,
looks
good luck
as-
with that. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. And they just wander off. Like the two of them just like
Yeah.
waddle off like these huge hulking 7 foot sort of like half ogre types wander down back towards the port. And here is where we will finish part 1 of session 5 in front of Master Flagon's apothecary shop of potions and spells.
Lovely.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Booty's available as a podcast on all good podcast stores. It's also available to watch if you've seen this in a recorded form. We do this live every Wednesday on Twitch, at twitch.tv/hatfilms. Anything you guys want to say?
Big thanks to our new patron supporters that are supporting our Booty show. If you would like to support us as well and get some artwork and get early access as well as ad-free versions of the podcast, head to patreon.com/hatfilms and there is a specific Booty tier where you get all those bonuses. So thank you very much. Hopefully we get to do more for you guys because of that. And that's it. See you in part 2.
See you in part 2. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.